see. Okay, I think we are live again.
Perfect. Yes, we are live again. Nice, nice. So Derek was just
apologies. Just apologies is all I'm going to say for the
so
technical difficulties.
So Derek was just getting warmed up. He was telling us about a little bit about how Revelations Recovery started and what they have. Oh shit! Almost came down on my head. That
what is happening with us tonight?
All sorts of technical difficulties tonight.
I know.
I got a mirror behind me. It almost came down crashing on my skull. That would have been a way to get safe from active addiction, and then the mirror kills me live.
Right, exactly. Why is it like gallery view? I don't want the speaker view. I want the gallery view.
Yeah. So tell us more about your houses. What you were about to get into?
Jess, hit record.
Yeah. So, I can't see you guys now.
I know why.
All right, there you go. I can see you.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now this is just, this is why you guys like watching us, because we're so off the cusp, right?
Cuff. Yeah, cuff.
Cuff. Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's just this was a vision, right? This was a vision that literally started in Delray Beach on a napkin that later, came up to Brockton High Point. Jimmy had a lot to do with this in the beginning. Matter of fact, he had just, I remember when I came home from Florida, he had just called me and asked me about Banyan. Matt had just started Banyan, and, I remember him saying, like, I got a job opportunity. Should I take it? And I'm like, absolutely. Because I had just got back from South Florida, and, they're like, they were the big dog then down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jimmy there was a lot of people that participated in offering ideas for the model. And when we finally opened Situate, we started out private retreat, but the problem with that for me personally was that I had already built this reputation working in the public sector at High Point. And the problem that I was running into was a lot of people couldn't really afford that type of program. I'm not saying there's not a need for it. It's just it wasn't really the audience that I was trying to target. So we ended up switching that early on, couple months in, and just made it more affordable, sober living. I was working down the recovery center on Situate, running a group out there. So that relationship that we built out there was really good while we had the house. And like I said, there were some guys that had success. But the turning point was when we got Kingston. Kingston's a huge house. It's right on the Plymouth line, so there's great meetings everywhere. Guys have been able to come in and start pretty much thriving. And as you guys know, I mean, it's a lot easier to do the right thing in sober living when you have a house full of guys trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So just constantly just having them lead by example to the best of their ability. Because there's no better proof than the men themselves, right? The proof is in them. So yeah.
My aunt just asked a question. She said, where do your residents move to after going through your program?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, I mean, we like to think we're the perfect bridge from inpatient treatment to independent living, which is a pretty big gap. We have a little bit of halfway house feel / inpatient / retreat / sober living. The idea is to have these men come in and equip them with the tools to help them stay sober, and kind of integrate them back into the community, into independent living. That's obviously the end goal.
So the next comment actually can kind of relate to that. So Brian Perchdorfer said, I'm an alumni of Revelations Recovery Kingston, and I vouch for Derek and the 12-step system he has in place in his houses. I spent a year there and I continue to live a productive, sober life, 19 months now. Love you, D.
Woo! Go, Brian.
Good job, Curdy.
That's
Proud of
awesome.
you, man.
And anyone, if I missed your comments on the first video, I apologize. Clearly, I just can't get with it today. Teresa Legiro said, I'm so proud of you guys for your dedication and commitment to helping others in need. Orlando said TB will win again. I shouldn't even read that comment.
That's right, Orlando.
That's right,
my
Orlando.
brother.
I'm with you, brother.
Orlando, I still have my boxing gloves stay in my car just in case. Kim Murphy Burnham said, very, very proud of your sobriety and your commitment to others.
Auntie, okay.
Isn't that awesome when the aunts and moms join? It feels so good.
She wasn't saying that 5 years ago. I can tell you that.
Right.
Keep saying it now. Look at
Love
that.
you, Auntie.
Kathleen Wise, hi Kathy, said, hi guys, I can identify with religion. Today I have a higher power and I choose to call him God, and he is loving and forgiving. Tara Shannon said, Derek, I love Jimmy DeVoy. He's a good man who helped me a lot. His groups were amazing. He used to say we're a bunch of phonies. Love him.
Yeah.
And Tara also said, love that you touched on role playing in society. I learned who I wasn't. Thank you to Matt Gannum. Your testimony was amazing. Amazing story, Derek. Love you, Mikey Legs.
Love you too, Tara.
Tara.
Awesome. Thank you.
So I think that's, let me just click on the second video. I think that's, Samantha DeSeal said, Derek Quirke, thank you for having me by your side in this journey. Watching you touch so many lives on a daily basis is just so amazing. You put your heart and soul into helping others find recovery, and I love you so much for that.
Wifey, that's wifey.
Amazing.
Look at that. We're feeling the love. We're feeling the love tonight, my brother.
My aunt said, so proud of you guys. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you again for your donation. And she sent me a check, but what was more important is she sent me a letter and had said in the letter, like, how proud she was of me. And it was just kind of, it's so funny. We were talking about confirmation a little bit, and I had found my confirmation letter from years ago where she said, I hope one day that I can be proud of you. And today she is. And so it's a good feeling. And I know you both can relate with that, with, family members now being proud of you, which is awesome.
Thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate you.
Very much appreciate it. Oh, and I read this one from your mom, right? I'm so very proud of you guys. Did I read that? From your mom. Okay, so I think that's, let me just see. Is there a women's house, and is there jobs they can get? Where are the houses if you have women's houses and all that?
Breaking news. There is
Hold on.
A woman's Revelations house opening on April 1st. You heard it first here.
Woo!
I was going to keep it on the low, but since the question got asked. Yeah.
One more time for the audience. One more time.
So yeah, we are excited, man. We are opening up a woman's house on April 1st in Whitman, right down the road from the new house in Rockland. I live in Abington with Sammy, so it's just yeah, man, like that's the thing, is like when opportunity presents itself, like my whole journey has just been about staying in position, trying to do the next right thing. And like, we're blessed, man, like to be able to do this and like get up every day and not have to tie them boots and put that tool belt on anymore. Let me tell you, feels real good.
Real good.
Yeah, so we are opening a woman's house. I actually just got confirmation on that a couple days ago. It's going to be called the Cat Farrell Michael House. For those of you that don't know, Cat Michael was instrumental in a lot of people's lives. She worked in treatment for 30 years.
Wow.
Me and her son remained in touch. That was one of the things she said. One of the last things she had said to me was, you know, to stay in touch with her son Packy and just kind of look out for him. And I'm grateful to the family for allowing us to do something in her name. And you know, there's just such a huge need for women's houses. It's something that we've wanted to do, but haven't really had the pieces to the puzzle to do it. But we feel confident we're going to be able to bring a good product out there. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing news, man. People like you need to be of women's houses, reputable women's houses. It's tough, man. It's tough to find a good one. So knowing that someone like you with integrity and dignity is backing it, 100%, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank
I
you.
was just thinking about what you said about, you know, like when we're in active addiction, having to every day, like go out in the world and fight and hustle and this and that. And I was thinking about it with the storm coming, right? Like people in active addiction, what are they doing? We're trying to get as much as we can, make sure we have, and it's never enough.
Never.
During a snowstorm. So that kind of just made me think of that, and that being sober, all you have to worry about, I just have to worry about make sure I have enough milk and cookies, you know, and maybe some snacks for the kids. But like, I don't have to go out there and worry, is my dealer going to be out in the storm? Do I get to go to the liquor store? It's a big freedom today. So that just kind of.
I can relate to what you just said. I mean, right now, if this was 2015, I would definitely be making sure I had enough to hold me over, you know, and like you said, there's never enough. I'd probably be riding my bike in 14 feet of snow.
I'd be done with what I had before the snow even started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would tell yourself, yeah, I'm gonna keep this for a wake up, but that's gone.
No, I just
yeah, always.
I can find something in the morning.
10 p.m. That's gone.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So just
and then you're riddled with anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss it. I don't.
Okay, let's see. Oh, again, so our angels. So our Venmo isn't on here because we're having technical difficulties tonight. We can thank me. So the magic number was $3 for angels. At Recovery Solutions, Julie Bunch. We're asking anyone out there if you can donate $3, if you donate more. And it's going to go to helping people get into safe, reputable, sober living, just like Derek's houses, you know, and help people, scholarship people, so that we can help them continue their process of recovery. I worded that correctly, right?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so I had a question when you were describing houses. The Kingston location, that's the location that I visited, right?
Correct.
Beautiful, yeah, beautiful house. They had staff there present. Like, you guys do so much than your typical sober living. I know you talked about like not making it a retreat because the retreat was kind of expensive for our demographic, but I mean, you give so many services for an affordable sober living. It's like, it's incredible, man. And I applaud you for that, because a lot of people are just like, hey, let's put them all in a house and they'll figure it all out. But when I walked in, I seen a gentleman working with another gentleman, and like, it was 12 o'clock and they were doing step work together and they were doing recovery work together. So it wasn't just like, hey, let's let these guys figure it out. Let's let them get to work and pay their rent every week and see if they figure it out on their own. You got like people that are hands-on, and like, that's incredible, man.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it has to be, because I know myself, a lot of times when I was in and out of treatment, like I didn't want to go to further treatment, and I probably needed to, right? And so a lot of the guys that go to sober living aren't necessarily equipped to be able to, they're not set up to succeed. Let's just put it like that, right? I think there's a lot of stuff. It's very case specific, individual to individual, of course, but there needs to be structure, man. You know, a lot of these guys don't know how to do chores. They don't know how to balance, you know, their budget. They don't know how to do a resume, you know, and forget about like trying to go deal with the RMV or any of that, or get on Mass Health, or, you know, there's a lot of things that need to happen.
Right.
So we try to cater to that individual and just meet them where they're at. Whatever really that consists of. a lot of the times these guys don't even have the moving cost. You know, I know lately, and I just made a post recently thanking some of these organizations. But it's been hard to partner with scholarship foundations. You know, that's why I'm glad you guys are doing what you're doing and raising money, because there is such a huge need. I see it on a daily basis where the guy has the gift of desperation, you know, is a good candidate for the house, but he's like, Derek, I just don't have the moving,
Right.
you know. So I came up with this thing. We do a promise to pay. I made a promise to myself that I would never let money deter someone from getting the treatment that they need.
Incredible.
You know, and Quirke, actually, the gentleman that commented earlier, he came in on a full promise to pay, man. Like, you know, that kid's 18, 19 months sober,
Yeah.
you know, and, you know, my experience with doing that is when you help a guy out like that and they work this program, they start to get sober. I'm the last person that they want to burn, right? They want to make that right. They want to make that financial amends. And if they're working a good recovery program, you know, we help them do that. We work out a payment plan with them. You know, one thing I'm working on right now, it should be official in about a month and a half or so. We have a team of people that are putting together a nonprofit organization that, you know, is going to scholarship to other 12-step programs, not just us, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing that game. There's too much of that out there, where, you know, people are starting these scholarship foundations and they're only scholarshiping to their best friend's house. Like,
Right.
I'm bringing back like how it used to be, where, you know, if an individual wants to go to, you know, such and such house, and there's funding, we're going to be able to provide that. So that's something else we're diving into this year. I might have to pick your brain a little bit, Mikey, on that. Seeing how you guys, yeah.
Hey, and I'll say it on here, but we'll also have to set up a meeting afterwards. It's like we're gonna want to work with you. I know you as a man, and I've toured your houses, I've vetted your houses, so we're gonna set up a meeting after this. And Greater Waltham, I think, will be a good fit to work together with Revelations for sure.
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
perfect-
Bring your team down here, and me and Samantha will we'll go out to lunch on us.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Mike, set it up.
I will. So what else?
What
We got any? We got 2 minutes. We got a minute left now. So let's run down what we do. Jess, you want to kick us off with the mission statement?
You want me to kick us off with the comments though first?
Oh yeah. Do your thing.
Okay, I guess it's, my aunt said it's snowing in Virginia. It's going to be worse here. Excellent. She bought herself a pecan pie. Bobby Mateo, my aunt did. She's in Virginia. She said it's already snowing down there.
I thought you said Richie bought himself a pecan pie.
He probably did.
She said too.
Oh, my aunt did. Bobby Montero said Derek started a Revelations family tree that has a success rate. You can clearly see a higher power is present in our houses. I am of the hopeless variety, and Derek bringing me through the steps. I have 14 months. Woo! Woo! I was in the Av once, a hopeless addict, now brings others hopes that God willing flowers into faith, as Derek says, steps, steps, steps. Absolutely. Someone asked about the women's house, which we answered.
Can I just interrupt real quick?
Yes,
Because
interrupt.
I gotta give him
interrupted than you do the interrupting.
I got to give a man credit when it's due, and that's my main house manager, Bobby Montero. If you guys don't know about him, you will very soon. This kid's on a path, has a gift, you know, to help a lot. He's going to help a lot more people than I wish I ever could. So Bobby, keep up the good work. I love you, brother.
Good stuff.
It's incredible. So my aunt said she works with an organization that helps men in Oxford houses. They have to have a job, but because of COVID, jobs are not available. So the nonprofit she's a part of helps with the rent. So that's amazing. Tara said Bridge Recovery in Malden is open for anyone in need of support getting on your feet. We are here for you. Tara, Carrie Ann, Anthony, call anytime with help or resources. You know, they have a ton of groups offered via Zoom. We help out with the Mara group. All is welcome. You know, we embrace all pathways to recovery. Trevor Lieb said, that's my sponsor, helps me so much through a lot. Love you, Bob. Had 2 years and been rogue for 5. Oh, Nelson Case said, had 2 years and been rogue for 5. This was my first meeting coming back. Thank you all.
Welcome,
Welcome
brother.
back.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Thanks
That's
for tuning.
incredible. So I think our number, we're up to $61.
Woo!
So magic number is 3. 3 times 3 or whatever, double it. Venmo is at Recovery Solutions, Julie Bunch. The code is 0143. So I can read the mission statement. Derek, I'm so sorry about all these technical difficulties.
No worries, it happens. It's all good.
Blame it on me.
Champions play wounded.
What?
Champions play wounded.
Yeah, I guess. Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions mission is to connect those with substance use disorder to recovery treatment services. Additionally, we offer scholarships to safe and effective sober living, educate the public through community outreach, and help veterans access premier quality treatment. Our organization embraces cultural diversity and is inclusive of every race, religion, sexual orientation, veteran status, socioeconomic background, disability, and age group.
Woo! Yeah, and we're constantly we're placing people into treatment. We're connecting people with resources. We're recovery coaching, interventions, consulting. We do a lot of works with families, pointing them in the right direction, giving them knowledge and our experience to help guide their loved one into recovery. And thank you so much, Derek, for coming on our show. We're going to set up that lunch. We'll bring the team down, and we'll enjoy your company as always. You're always a pleasure to be around, my friend.
Likewise. Thank you guys.
And Derek, again, I can't wait to come see the houses and meet you in person. And again, don't miss us too much next week. We will not be here because there's some game on, I guess.
Tom Brady's about to win his 7th ring. Let's
Let's
go.
get it. Let's get
Leave
it.
the world a
Come
better
on,
place than
Patrick.
we found it.
Come on, Patrick. I'm going to have a Chiefs jersey on the next show.
And don't forget, leave the world a better place than you found it.
Good night, guys.
Love you.